Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Reese and welcome back to the Minecraft 2025 Let's Play Adventure, where today we're making up for yesterday, because I brought an entire stack of torches to the nether, or to the end, I should say, with the intention of putting them on the, well, okay, that's not why I brought them, but I did say in yesterday's video we would be putting down 64 torches to further our efforts to cover the entire end island, the central island in light, to see if it prevents the spawning of all those Endermen. And then I forgot to do it. And then when I was getting ready to do today's episode, I thought, well, wouldn't it be great if we just went ahead and did that? So what I'm going to do is bring a stack of pale oak logs and a stack of blocks of coal blocks even, and we're going to go to the central island in the end. And what we're going to do is we're going to, and I know this seems like such a strange thing to do potentially, but we're going to cover the roof of the nether. No, we're not. Why am I struggling right now? It's because my brain is in all of these other disparate places and not here and now in the moment where it needs to be. What we're going to do is we're going to cover the island in torches, and the reason we're bringing pale oak logs and coal is because it takes up less space in our inventory than stacks and stacks and stacks of torches, and it lets us make however many torches we need in the moment, and in that way, however many we need, we'll be able to make, so we can cover the entire roof and prevent the spawning of any of those nasty there Endermen. And then we're going to wipe out the existing Enderman population. I mean that, by the way. We're going to hunt them all down, and then we're going to see if any more spawn. But in order to do this, we're going to need a couple of tools. First off, this is a lighty, I think it's called. Let's just see where things can spawn. We've got it specifically configured with a threshold of 7, which according to the internet is the minimum amount of light in order for mobs to spawn around here. And when we say mobs, we mean Endermen, because sadly there's really nothing else in the end. We really do need another end update, don't we? I know it's a bit of a meme at this point amongst certain members of the community, but we need an update, because the end is just very boring. I mean, even with the end islands, like, what else is out there? Oh, shulkers? Come on. Don't be serious. Don't pretend like shulkers are serious. Don't do that. I can't take you seriously if you're going to make the argument that, well, shulkers exist. No, they might as well not, to be quite honest with you. They just might as well not. I think we're going to start from here, and then we're going to start like going out from there, and we'll work our way like plateau to plateau from high to low. And we'll probably add more torches than is needed, because we're not looking to be ultra precise with this, and we'd rather have too many than too little and like miss a couple of spots. Who cares, because we have an abundance of the resources necessary to make torches, so we're not hurting for coal or sticks. Precision placement is not a requirement here. We really do need more variety, though, in the end. I understand it's not supposed to be a lively place. I think the idea within the barely existent lore of Minecraft is that, well, I accidentally made all of these. It's not what I meant to do. Okay, make a stack of torches, just a stack. A stack of coal, just a stack. And then we'll make 4 more stacks of torches and we'll carry on. But it's supposed to be a bit of a dead land, right? Like, even if we don't know the specific reasons why, the Endermen did something. Right? Like, I think we can all agree on that. They did something to the landscape. There is deep lore in the Iroth's Vengeance series here on the, well, no, I don't think there's hardly any Iroth's Vengeance on this channel. But in sort of the broader Howdy Folks lore, if you've watched all of the old Minecraft videos, there is some lore that what happened to the end was magic, essentially. Drew all of the life force out of the earth and turned it into this sort of bland remnant. And also, well, I don't know how much of this has been revealed in canon. Or will it ever be revealed? I might as well go ahead and reveal it now. There's a thing, not the End Dragon, but an entity of pure magical, like the manifestation of desire and consumption that exists within the end. And there might be some who wish to bring it into existence in the overworld. And quite possibly they themselves don't really understand what it is. They're confused. They think it's a sentient being, and they view it as sort of a god, when it's not really alive in that sense. It's more so a primal craving. That's just Howdy Folks lore, though. And when we talk about the lore of Iroth's Vengeance, we don't view Minecraft literally as the video game Minecraft, right? So it is its separate thing. The idea is that Iroth exists in another real world that looks like our own. It doesn't look blocky and everything like Minecraft. but it exists in its own sort of dimension, in its own sort of reality. And when we access it through Minecraft, Minecraft is literally just the sort of interface used to interface with that other world. That's the idea. That's sort of the deep lore there, now you know, in case you didn't before. So characters like Ralphius Aerith, Iroth, Bob, you know, all of these Princess Ariana, Elena, all these various different characters don't exist literally in the game Minecraft. They exist in this other alternate dimension that sometimes I access, typically inadvertently, while playing Minecraft through some sort of interdimensional, I don't know what. It's basically an isekai, like or isekai, however you're supposed to pronounce it, like an anime or manga, where one character exists in one world and then they sort of get transported into another world where they're typically expected to become the hero or some nonsense. Gosh darn it, I just want to find my way home. I'm not cut out to be a hero. Now you understand a bit more about the deep lore. Tell your friends. Okay, we're almost through 5 stacks of torches. And it's starting to look pretty good. Okay, another round. Let's do it. You know, I'm not done yet, but I feel like it's definitely working because look how many Endermen there are over here where I haven't placed them down. And look how few there are back here. Which comes down to, remember, the island is big enough that when I wander from one side to the other, they unspawn. And because they're hostile mobs, you know, they're not persistent. Because it's now lit over there, when I make my way back around, they don't respawn. So, we're definitely having an effect. The one thing that I didn't consider when I started this project is that there's a lot of little nooks and crannies along the sides of the island, like down there, where Endermen are still definitely going to spawn, and I am probably, almost certainly not going to be worrying about those. I think we did that... Actually, we should have known this was going to work. Because we did this on the island where we built our farm. Our shulker farm. And I'm pretty sure there's no Enderman there. Did we actually go around and do all the nooks and crannies as well? As, you know what, from memory, I think we might have. Goodness, that was so long ago now. I guess we've done 300 and... What is this? 2 days of a Let's Play. 302 episodes. You know, this isn't my longest running series. What I was going to say is you forget things when you go that long, but then I got distracted by the thought that, yeah, over on the Howdy Folks LP channel, I've been trying to finish Assassin's Creed Valhalla for 5 years, and I just get so far into it and then lose interest for months and months and months and then come back to it with a determination to finish it for some reason, even though it's not very good. I certainly don't hate it, and I think there's some redeeming qualities to it. And it's certainly managed to get me with certain story elements, but it's not very good still. But in terms of like just raw number of episodes, this far and away takes the cake. There's, goodness me, this is it right here. Over 300 episodes. I'm never gonna top that. I don't think anything I will ever do will top that. Although I did think about doing a RuneScape series. And I thought about making that daily, where every day I play a little bit of RuneScape, and doing that next year, but then I thought better of it. I don't know if I want to do that. Like an old school RuneScape. Oof, I don't know. Okay, I think this entire side of the island is now lit up, which means that we're back to just this little corner over here. Okay, I think I've only just gone and done it. Obviously, these spots along the side here are not done, and there's still Endermen down there. But if we take a quick flight, you should see that all of this is completely green, except for this right here that I missed. Some of you might be wondering, what's the point, right? Like, why even do this? Is it really gonna, like, save you that much hassle? Not having to deal with Endermen when you're fighting the Ender Dragon, what, 9 more times, I think it is? No, not really. It was just a challenge that we set ourselves. I said, hey, what if we covered the entire, End Island, Central End Island in light? You know, what might the world be like under those circumstances? And, well, now we're gonna find out. We're gonna know. We're gonna know soon. Oh, yeah, because, like, look... Oh, my gosh, I found out where all the Endermen went. But, like, look down here and just think about, like... it's gonna be such a nightmare having to try to find, like, every little nook and cranny along in here to stick torches. And then you have to acknowledge that, well, this isn't it, is it? This isn't all of them, because there's little nooks and crannies like this around the whole island. Maybe it's best we leave this as the sort of dark underbelly, right? On the surface, everything looks fine, but underneath... Underneath, there's a land of deception and ruin. It's hard to move around down here. Anywhere you look, there's a cluster of Endermen. It's dangerous. Yeah, look, over there. We did it properly. You can see it. Okay, I gotta get up here now. Without dying. Ugh. Okay. I'm done here. I'm done down here, at least. Okay. Now it's time to eradicate the Enderman from the surface. Come here, you. Probably need to have my shield equipped here. Did I get that one? It sounds like he's still alive. I didn't see him die. I mean, even if I don't hunt them all down, like, it's much better up here, you have to acknowledge. Dude, the fire makes these guys a nightmare to deal with. They just keep hopping around. Hey. Yeah, you know what? I think they're all gone from up here now. Okay, no, I found one. That's because most of them are down here, though. I don't know. Maybe we'll go down here and place down a few more torches. I'm not gonna bother with all of these little shelves. I'm not doing it. Our work here is done. And I've gotta say... Oh, they're spawning on top of the platforms now! That's kinda funny. Because they've got nowhere else they can spawn. Well, we didn't end up using the entire stack, but a little over half, which is pretty impressive. And I've gotta say, place looks better. Place absolutely looks better. You can disagree, you know, because it is up to subjective interpretation and opinion. But as far as I'm concerned, this is an improvement. No more Endermen, at least on the surface. They might teleport up here, but they will be in very small numbers. And the next time we come up here to fight the dragon, we don't have to worry about where we're looking outside of the top of the towers, where they look like creepy watchers looking down on us, judging our actions. Thank you, folks, for watching. God bless each and every single one of you. See you later. Goodbye!